Welcome to the Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Good morning and welcome to the Manuchehri Show. We're live here in, it's going to be hot today, Seattle. In fact, it's so warm. It's, 9 in the morning? I don't know what the temperature is, but I bet Benny does because you just did the weather, right?
It's getting up there. It's more than Luke.
It's more than Luke,
Let's say that, yes. More than Luke. Courtney agrees.
Courtney agrees. I should have been watering my yard like at 6 a.m., but I was actually still in bed at 6 a.m. I didn't get out of bed until like 7:20. And, we have to be in the studio here a little bit before 9. So no grass watering, plant watering going on. But I'm just going to have to say this because I find it very disturbing and shocking, but I'm kind of not surprised, even though I use those two other words that are surprising. The CDC now has pulled down everything about the virus. So, the Trump administration.
What do you mean by pulled down now?
You can't find any data.
Like removed.
They removed their data, obviously because the president asked them to. So the president of the United States wants all virus information about COVID to go directly to the White House, which of course means he's going to alter those findings to make it look the way he has been saying it's been looking for a while. But this has got to be the first time in American history where an independent body, well, it's federally mandated, obviously, that is there to protect our health, can no longer store information about the pandemic that's really radically affecting in a very negative way the United States. So yikes. For any of you who, I doubt very many people who voted for Trump actually listen to this show, but it's possible. Maybe, you have...
They want to change. It's fine. We get it.
So please, just this alone is like a really big deal. If nothing else has upset your family members or friends or relatives or whatnot who feel for some reason that this is the right person to be in office, this is a huge sign. This is what a dictator does. Mm-hmm. A dictator goes in there and takes, current and vital information that a country needs and alters it and doesn't allow it to be reported. Yikes. So I guess really the only thing that we can do collectively, we can't count on Florida, perhaps, but because the Florida governor was doing the very same thing, actually, all on his own, not reporting appropriately what was happening in the state of Florida, and fired one of his scientists that was, reporting all the data. But we can just count on our governors, or the majority of the governors, hopefully, to actually give authentic information, because that's how we're going to get better and well, is by looking at the numbers. Because if we have a false narrative about how each county might be doing or city might be doing or state might be doing, then people may not protect themselves. And that would be, not a healthy thing. So fascinating.
And another bright note, Kanye West has decided to drop out of the
Oh, he
presidential
did?
race.
Okay,
Yes,
that's good.
unfortunately. I know, right? Round of applause.
Courtney's my assistant, and she's in another room, but we can see her. Yeah. She's in a soundproof booth so that when she takes your calls and puts it into the system.
I don't know. I bet I can turn the camera on her.
Yeah, there we go. There's Courtney.
I tried.
And she was clapping, because we just don't want anyone who's confused who thinks that Kanye West would be a good president just because you like his music.
He's just a stunter.
Right. We don't want anyone just for fun and giggles to vote for him. This is like a serious deal. And
the reason to be there.
Only one person that we should be voting for in the election so that our country can move out of a health crisis and, not be plagued with a virus that is still a pandemic around the world. Yeah, fascinating.
I agree with you. 100%. All right. Yeah. So today's open call-in show day. 877-825-8828 is the number. Again, 877-825-8828. Luckily for you guys, it is obviously it's June or July, not June. Open lines. We have one holding. So now is your time to get in. Okay, yeah. Now, just to be prefacing, like as far as earlier, we had a couple calls in. I turned them away only just because we were in the middle of another show. Remember, folks, once the show begins, I start fielding in calls, and so does Courtney for the Marie Show. So
this is your sometimes
now you do it.
Sometimes people don't come on the phone line because they actually like what we're talking about, and they're actually really having fun. So that's lovely. We appreciate that.
And
So,
yep.
okay.
Oh, we're not interviewing anybody either. That's
we're
why.
not interviewing. Nope. You know, we only interview like once a month, typically ourselves. And we interview ourselves.
Yep.
Excuse
me. Are you
me.
okay? Clear that out of there. Go ahead. Take a minute there. Go ahead.
Made me laugh
there we go.
so hard.
Took the breath right out of you.
That my coffee, my lovely decaf, from the studio coffee, kind of choked me just a little bit.
Well, you take care of that. Let's bring on Christina, who's calling in from Austin, Texas. Hi, Christina. Are you there?
Hi, I am.
Hey. Hi, Christina. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi. So I heard a rumor. I heard that Texas might flip in 2024, go from a red state to a blue state. What do you think?
That's an interesting
and the
delay.
So you're not feeling it. In other words, you're just like, that's a stretch. That's a stretch.
You know, I like the conservative, I guess, the way they manage the money.
Yeah,
I just don't like the social part of it, and so, I am a Democrat, but I appreciate the Republican leadership at times.
I couldn't agree more.
So you're purple.
She's purple.
Yeah, let's combine the two.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm obviously a diehard liberal. I mean, this is the reality of who I am. But whenever a Republican comes in office, except for this most recent one, I'm like, oh, good. I'm gonna pay probably less taxes for the next 4 years. Okay, great. So I've always been like, okay, we take turns and we get to have different experiences. But literally, there was this, I was listening to and reading an article about that a lot of Texan people are getting very annoyed and fed up and might become blue in about 4 years. So that's kind of fascinating, very fascinating. So what can I do for you today?
Well, I have lots of questions, so I'll just start with one. I am building up an online business right now with the intent of buying real estate and flipping it and designing it, and I'm wondering if I should be doing that now instead of waiting.
Oh, yeah, I think you should be doing everything now. I think you should be getting everything set up. This is the time. Thank you, Benny. You had to give me a new pen. Mine dried up somehow.
And you're on that camera now.
And I'm on this camera now? Okay, all right.
We've just adjusted you completely.
So this is the time. This is like everybody's on pause. And this is the time to build your business now. Get things going, get things moving, get people aligned. This is the time to do it. Okay?
Okay.
And it's true. Like you can feel it. You feel that itch, but for some reason you were thinking, I got to wait till everything's better. I mean, you're going to have to, when you're meeting with people, especially in Texas right now, you're going to have to wear a mask and, do social distancing. It's going to be a little awkward. Maybe you can do everything through Zoom or through email. But this is the time for you to get everything kind of lined up so that because we will return to a healthier phase of normal. We will. It will happen, of course. Then you'll be flying. You know what I mean?
I do. Well, I guess I think I'm a little bit scared of investing in real estate because it's so much work. I mean, it's just a magnitude of work, but I also think I would really like it. And I guess I'm wondering is this, being that it takes so much energy, is this a good use of my energy, I guess is what I'm asking.
So here's what you're really needing to know. Because you keep looking at your mind as you're making a decision. I want you to be in your emotional body because if something brings you, beautiful, gorgeous joy, that's the answer. The answer is yes. You don't want to make decisions from your logical brain. So your brain is being, it's trying to be safe and take good care of you and do all the right things. You need to rest in your abdominal area and feel, how do I feel about flipping homes and designing? And how do I feel about it? Are you excited about it? Does it make you fun? And you don't have to necessarily work hard. You can hire people to help you. So I think that's where you need to go. What I'm doing right now, I'm drawing out your auric field and I'm moving to the 5th layer of your auric field as we talk about this flipping thing. You have a great design mind. You know what I mean?
I do, yes.
You walk into a room and in minutes, you've already got a design. Well, of course you have to wait till the engineers come in and say, yes, we can do what you just saw. And luckily, because you have a vision, even if they can't do what you see, they can do something similar, right? Because they know where you're going. You have a beautiful eye for design. So I'm drawing out the 5th layer of your auric field just to see if you're on track. And I would say you are, yes, over 80% of your energy is on track about this. But you're going to have to get out of your brain about this and sit in your abdominal area because I do not want you to make decisions from your mind. You need to make decisions from your energy because the energy is what creates everything. Your mind is perfect. It's beautiful. It's there to make sure you order the right, this is just an example, nails and hire the right contractor, right? Because you have to make logical choices in that regard. But you don't want to be in that, in your brain, trying to decide what's in your highest good or what to, even when you're picking a house that you're going to work on. I want it to be from this place of, you know what I mean?
I do. Yes, I do.
So that's what I want you to work on because that's where you're going to see a shift in your energy because right now your energy is low. Your vibration is really low. You don't want to start a business or work on a business with your frequency in low vibration. It's not going to be healthy for you. And then when your energy is elevated, you might come up with some unique creative ideas, or maybe you'll find some cool people to go into business with or something of that nature. Everything will start to come in and click in and lock in if you can do it from a place of high frequency.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Christina, for calling in from Texas. And 877-825-8828 is the number for the show.
I've only been to Lubbock, Texas, by the way, because Lubbock, it's the home of Texas Tech. That's where Misha did her PhD. Love Lubbock, Texas. The people are so nice, so kind, so friendly. Yeah, I really enjoy it. But I love college towns. I mean, who doesn't love a college town?
Well, they should be friendly in college.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
The best times for some.
Right? Exactly.
If you've gone.
Yeah, if you went to college.
I'm including myself.
Of course.
Oh, sure. Okay. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. Now we'll take Marie, who's calling in from Seattle, and open lines, too. Get in now.
Okay. Hi, Marie. I like your name.
Hi, thank you.
There aren't too many people with the first name Marie.
No, they're fewer than when I was born.
Yes, and of course, people in their 90s, there's more Maries, but not people younger than 90. So that's really lovely.
Yeah.
I'm just going to draw out your energy real quick. And why don't you just tell me or ask me your question? Let me know what's going on.
Well, I was going to ask you to look at my energy, and then I've had some issues with leg pain from a nerve being compressed.
Uh-huh.
And I'm very stubborn. I don't want to have the procedures they're telling me to have because they're temporary, and I don't like the
well, that makes sense. I mean, that makes sense to me that it's a temporary fix. Then why put your body through all that stress, right? I actually have some ideas for you. Have you ever heard of the fascia blaster?
What's it called?
Fascia blaster. Yeah, you can just Google it because a lot of what's going on for most people are having structural things like what you're experiencing or sleepy nerves or whatever's going on. And obviously an injury can cause that. All kinds of things could cause that. Is you need to wake up your fascia. Fascia is really tight in the body for most people. Most people don't work on their fascia yet. It stretches your whole entire physical form. So I would get the small and medium size of the fascia blaster. Just depends on how you pronounce it. And watch a couple of YouTube videos on it. You have to use oil, and you're only asked to use the device up and down and back and forth. And I think that's going to make a huge difference for you. And I would also consider using some infrared light on the area. And there's all kinds of products on the market that you can purchase for. You don't have to go get a huge, expensive medical grade panel. You know, those are lovely, but they're thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
But you can get a handheld. I like Project Beauty. They have great products. Project Beauty.
Okay.
I actually bought one for my son-in-law for his birthday.
Okay.
Because you can use it for wrinkles, too. He doesn't have a wrinkle on his face, but he and I like to use the same products.
You're just trying to help him keep it that way?
Yeah, he goes, now
wrinkle-free? Happy and wrinkle-free?
He actually said, now I'll look 14. I go, yeah probably. But you can also use it on injuries and arthritis and tendons and ligaments because the body needs that infrared heat. It's very healing. So that's what I would recommend. And I'm pretty sure the Project Beauty their most recent product also has the green and the blue light, but I think your body needs the red light. So I would rather have you spend time doing that. Plus, it's nice. You're spending time with your body. You're loving yourself, enjoying your beautiful, precious skin and nerves, and then magic happens.
I like that.
Okay?
That's what I'm hoping for. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm really glad you didn't go get the procedure. It certainly sounded very logically correct. I understand why they were doing it. It was going to be a little complicated, though, in my opinion.
Well, the MRI showed an osteophyte that has pressed and compressed the nerve going down to the knee. And I thought you put a couple epidural shots in there, it's not going to take the osteophyte away.
Right, but the osteophyte isn't getting bigger, right? It's just...
It's gotten bigger in the last year, but it's definitely noticeable. But I still think that I've read somewhere a statistic that only 40% of people with osteophytes have symptoms. So I'm still thinking that this is going to get better.
Okay, and they can't remove the osteophyte, right?
No, they would have to do a...
They'd have to remove part of the bone or something. Yeah.
Fusion or something, and then it would be too complicated.
Okay, so let's give this a shot. Who knows? That might even help the osteophyte. That would be interesting to see if that helps it.
Sounds good.
To prepare. Yeah, and let me know how it goes. Email me into energyintuitive.com.
Okay.
If you want to. Don't ever feel obligated, but I would love to know how all of this works out.
Okay. Hey, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks, Marie, for calling in from Seattle. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show. Open phone lines. Now is the time to get in. And let's do this. Let's take one more, actually, before our first break. Give us a chance.
Okay.
And Amy's now calling in from Seattle. Hi, Amy.
Hi there.
Hi, Amy. I love all these Seattle people calling us. Oh, fun. What can I do for you?
Well, I just have a lot going on. I think I've had a lot going on for a good 6 years now. And I could use some insight. Advice.
I agree. Obviously, things have been going on for like 10 years is how I feel. Like 10 years. And I really think the quiet of the pandemic has made you go, okay, wait a minute. This has to stop. Would you agree? It's just made you more focused on not so much I'm going to do everything in my power to make this go away, but how can I make this shift and change internally? Because you are the epicenter of everything that's being created in your life. You know that, right?
Yeah, and I think that my MO appears to be that I push so hard and I try so hard.
You try so hard. So, and I don't mean any disrespect by this word that I'm about to say, but sweetheart, I'm going to call you sweetheart. Sweetheart, you have to stop. You have to stop trying to figure this out. You have to stop doing it. You have to trust and let the universe come in and help you. That's what the universe is for. And your consciousness is elevated, meaning you're trying to solve problems from a place of not a lot of awareness. You're using old techniques to resolve something when your consciousness actually believes in the divine. And you have to get out of the way and let the divine come in and fix it in a really good, healthy, beautiful, amazing way. So you have to let go. Here are some techniques, and I'm glad you agree. I'm glad we're on the same page. That's wonderful. Here's some techniques. You're no longer allowed to think about these things. The brain is so powerful. I was teaching You Got This last night, volume 2 online. Love online teaching. And you know what? One of the things I love about the teaching is everybody gets the recording afterwards so they can re-listen, relearn, redo the exercises as many times as they want to. I think that's just genius. So we were talking about, all kinds of beautiful things about letting go and getting out of the way. And one of the things that we talked about is to say to your brain, because you're very smart, you're very intelligent, you have the memory of an elephant. Would you agree?
I remember the bad things, yeah.
Okay, I don't know if elephants remember more bad than good, but they have excellent, memories, or at least that's, some beautiful myth we have, but they're very smart creatures. So whenever you're thinking of those bad things, I want you to say to yourself, that was then, this is now, because you need to cut a line between all this historical stuff that when you get in the vibration, it lowers your frequency for everything, and you're not able to be present or move forward or listen to the consciousness of the universe and find beautiful and amazing resolutions to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I was trying to do.
Okay.
So, and I'm having some success. It's
good.
I've always been a person of extremes. It's either just complete apathy or I need everything perfect.
Yeah, well,
like a cellular level, spiritually, the whole 9 yards. And I'm trying to learn that middle ground where I'm resting and enjoying my moment, but I'm not complacent.
Right.
Because there's a lot of stuff that really does need to be done.
Sure. But the universe can take care of it for you. That's the beautiful and most amazing and incredible thing. Every time, even, getting certain things done in my life, like normal mundane things that I have to do, I have to get out of the way. I'm having my garage floor painted over the next few days. There are a few little, cracks hanging out there.
Sounds hot.
Yeah,
in my world,
you like all that stuff.
I'd be like, all right, new garage floor.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, I think my neighbor is more excited than I am.
Something about it.
But so I decided, okay, this is something that's good for the house. Blah blah blah, whatever. So, but I had to hire someone to move all the stuff out of the garage, and I have a lot of stuff in my garage, and I could do it, but I don't want to do that stuff anymore. I don't want to. It just doesn't make me happy. And so I had to let go. I had to really let go because nobody was calling me back, right? And then, of course, the answer came to me. That person was thrilled, and I already know them, and they do great work, and they did it yesterday within a couple hours. So that's what I'm talking about. So here's what I want you to start doing to yourself. This is going to help you to be in that middle ground. And it's really not a middle ground. It's really being in the flow. When you surrender and let go, you move into the flow. It's actually a high vibrational experience. I want you to be very self-loving and nurturing in your dialogue to yourself. When things are going weird, well, I want you to do it all the time, but especially when things are going weird, I want you to go, honey, I love you. You're amazing. You're precious. You're incredible. Nobody will need to know that you're saying this. You're saying this into your brain. That's going to calm you down and get you out of this pattern of being in disappointment. That's why you go up and down. You go up and down because you get all excited because you can be a positive, happy thinker, but then things don't work out and you drop your energy like an elevator moving down 40 floors, and it's really hard on your being. So be very self-nurturing, and then things will work out beautifully. I promise.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And keep us posted, okay?
Okay.
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks, Amy, for calling in from Seattle. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show. And open phone lines. Get in now. I know it's summertime, folks. Everyone's trying to get out and enjoy it. But take a small little break for Marie. Get your call.
We can always talk about other things, too. It's fine. But Benny wants you all to call in, so yeah.
Well, yeah. Courtney came in for a reason.
Oh,
Put her to
true.
work.
Oh, yeah.
Put her to work.
That's true. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Help, I need somebody. Help, not just anybody. Help, I need someone. Help. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way.
Hi, this is Marie Manuchehri, and I've already completed one vibrational coaching program. It's 12 weeks where you really learn how to run your energy high, because everything you want in the world exists in high vibration. This second vibrational coaching program will be offered September 14th through December 7th. It's between 5 and 6 p.m. every Monday. It's so fun. The feedback I received about this course delighted me and surprised me, and just gave me the confidence and gratitude that these coaching programs really, really work. So I'm offering it again, September 14th through December 7th. I hope you can join me. For more information, visit energyintuitive.com.
It's time that you are heard, and I don't mean in just a conversation. I mean really heard. Imagine hosting your very own radio program on Alternative Talk 1150. Talk about being heard. Call 425-653-1150 right now to learn how affordable it can be to host your own radio show. Time slots are going fast, so take hold of this chance by dialing 425-653-1150. Alternative Talk. We have an opportunity waiting just for you.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Washington, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association and the Washington State Secondary Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
Working hard to put a smile on your face. Alternative Talk 1150.
Is that the 80s?
It is.
Yeah.
Courtney and I both agree that would be New Kids on the Block.
Oh,
I had to throw it
okay.
back a little bit.
Okay, great.
Can I tell you why?
Sure.
So I purchased a vehicle over the weekend.
What did you get?
I got a used Mercedes, actually a 93. It's a new project for me.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm going to sell the Rabbit.
Because I'm a sucker for luxury vehicles.
So it's like it's a 190, so it's like a smaller
so
compact.
Cute.
It's very grandpa-ish Kirkland style. Like it's white two-tone with gray on the bottom. I mean, I'm going to clean it up.
Adorable. What a great project.
So it runs, doesn't drive, the transmission's out, so I'm going to try to figure that out. We'll see what that. So it's just it's part.
So you're telling me if I find like some beater cute car, I could take it to your house.
Sure.
In a couple years after you finish this one.
I got to move a couple other cars out of the way.
Yeah.
I want to be that guy on the street with like all these projects, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy. No, the reason why I brought it up, because we found a whole bunch of tapes in the center console.
Wow.
There was like an old Patsy
that's
Cline.
worth it right
I
there.
know.
Right there.
A whole like Patsy Cline. There was the Four Highwaymen, or the Highwaymen, which is like Waylon Jennings and all country. So the previous owner loved his country, and they were all stacked in there.
That's the perfect car for you. I think that was like a sign from the universe.
I think so. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations on your fun vehicle.
Yeah. I'll show you a picture here.
I can't wait to see it. Lovely.
I want to interrupt on our callers.
That's okay.
That's
all right.
They don't want to hear about my projects.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe.
And we just want everyone to, we're just reminding people too that, I am doing coaching programs now. In fact, we're in the middle of doing 8 weeks to financial freedom, which is so incredibly fun. And we will be, taking conversations that people will share about the program, so you can see what it's like, and we'll make them into a beautiful commercial. So you can literally hear how someone felt about the program after the program and how well it worked for them. And I'm diligently having a hard time with my words right now, working on a healing. It's going to be 14 weeks of coaching for healers. And we will provide that for next year. This year, our schedule is already booked in full for online courses, but we will have it ready for probably January or sometime in the first of the year, some wonderful time like that.
Perfecto.
Yay. So you might want to call the office and get on the list, just to be on the safe side. Yeah.
That's how we operate. We're VIP. You're on a list.
Yeah,
if
you
you're
just
not
get
on
on
the list,
the
you
list.
can't get in.
Well, we just, it sells out very quickly, so we just want to make sure you get on the list. If that's something you're looking for, it'll be 14 weeks. No more than 26 students, interactive, workbook, and what I have found to be extremely effective in my practice and in coaching courses, self-hypnosis meditations that last about 30 days to really shift your frequency and your subconscious mind. Really fun stuff. Okay, Who do we have on the phone line?
I mean, the red carpet's already rolled out for you, so just you need to step on it.
Oh, okay.
There we
that sounds great. Yeah.
877-825-8828 is the number. Kim from Bothel's joining us. Hi, Kim.
Hi. Hello, Kim. How are you?
Good, and you?
Oh, I'm lovely. Thank you. What can I do for you?
We had somebody approach us for selling our house.
Uh-huh. Do you want to sell it?
And we're kind of like up in the air.
Yeah. Well, so Kim's calling from the Northwest, and the Seattle market is tight right now. Sales are even 5% above what they were this time last year. Here we are in a pandemic, and houses are still screaming in terms of the market. So you're up in the air. You're not sure what to do.
It's like, okay, we feel it's a good deal for what they're giving us.
Mm-hmm. But I want it to be a fabulous deal. Like, so you need to. Do you have any friends that are real estate agents?
Not really in this area.
Okay, so that's what I would. You need to either find a lawyer or an agent or somebody who can really tell you what the market is right now or what you could potentially get, so that you could be clear that these people are offering you a substantial rate. And it sounds like you would not need a real estate agent to do the exchange, so you're going to save thousands of dollars with that, which would be lovely, right?
Right.
But then the problem is, where are you going to move?
Right.
Where are you going to live? Do you have a place? Have you guys thought about where you'd like to move to if you were to sell your house?
Well, my husband's still working in Seattle.
Uh-huh.
But our grandkids are out in Monroe.
Oh, well, Monroe's lovely. Yeah, that's just...
There's nothing for sale. It's like
right.
We want a Rambler.
Okay.
We want all these things, but there's not a lot for sale.
Yeah,
right.
Washington has low inventory for
Very
sure.
low inventory.
Got to jump on it.
Yeah, so here's what you'd have to do, which is, a lot of real estate agents recommend this anyway. You sell your house, of course, if you want to, and it's the price that you believe is great for you guys, great. And then you go rent an apartment or a condo, stay there, and then you're totally ready to just jump onto a piece of property that you like. You know what you might want to do too? I think this would be fun. I'm thinking about this potentially in my next purchase. Find something that, of course, you love the land, the house is sound, but it isn't exactly what you want, and then redo it. Like, make it exactly what you want it to be. Wouldn't that be kind of fun?
Well, that was one thing we were thinking.
Yeah, I think that would be really fun, especially if you go rent a place to live in, even a small house if you want to, in the area close to where the house is being built, so you can go back and forth and take care of it. And or remodeled. I just think that would be a really fun thing to do. Now, all of our construction guys are also super busy. So you have to think about that too, in terms of, you have to give yourself a good amount of time, find a great contractor, things like that.
So I know it's just so nerve-wracking.
Well, don't forget to take a breath.
Yeah,
it's important.
Yeah.
Okay? Patience is a virtue.
Yeah.
So I think Marie has a good little idea there.
Yeah,
I do too.
I like the idea. I think it's fun. I think you're
it's
ready.
Fresh, right? It's
Your
fresh.
husband may not be ready to move, but I think you're ready to move. And you have been very patient with him, by the way.
It's like, last time we sold the house, he just looked at me and said, "You better find a house I like just as much."
And did you?
At first he didn't. Now he loves it here now.
Oh, I know. And so just the great thing is you don't have to move. You're just going to investigate this and look at it, make sure what they're offering you is a great price, and it gives you enough resources to do the things that you want.
Okay.
Okay. So I would investigate that first and then go from there. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for calling in, and good luck. You're welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, thanks very much for joining the show, Kim from Bothell area. 877-825-8828 is the number. And we've got a couple lines open, so get in now. Jean is joining us now from Kirkland, where my new Mercedes belongs. Hi, Jean. Welcome to the show. I did show Courtney, by the way, and she
Did you really?
Yeah.
I bet
I'll
it's so cute.
It's adorbs.
So cute. Okay.
Hi, Jean.
Hi, Jean.
Hey, I'm taking notes today. All your shows are great. I'm physically taking notes.
Thank you.
I'm calling about my health.
Yeah, you have a lot of energy leaking out of your body, which is, a lot. So I'm still drawing out your energy, but as of now, your root, your second chakra, your crown chakra, those are the two the root and the crown, those are the two when I see leaking happening at the same time. I'm like, okay, there's probably a health issue going on. Also, your fourth chakra is leaking, which actually gives me really good information about how you can get healthy. So when you're the type of person who cares too much for other people, and I'm sorry I interrupted you. I didn't really let you explain anything. I apologize for that. And I'll let you if you need to after I'm finished expressing this. When you're the type of person who cares too much for other people in the world at large, or neighbors, cats, dogs, deers, you know what I'm talking about?
I absolutely do. Thanks.
Yeah. A lot of times you can leak energy out of your body trying to take care of them or keep them safe, all of those things. And when you have had a consistent leak out of the fourth chakra, which is right in the center of the chest, it tends to lower the vibration of your body and have you at more risk for health issues. So one of the first things that needs to happen, even before you start taking energy in through the root and the crown, meaning the first chakra and the seventh chakra, you need to stop leaking from your heart chakra. So you have to stop worrying about everybody or thinking the worst case scenario. Like when I see deer walking up from the wetland behind my house and walking on this beautiful hill by my house, once they go into the cul-de-sac, I have to train myself to not get upset, because then I think about them going into the roads, or things of that nature, and I worry about them. And that that will release energy out of my body, my own life force, because I'm trying to protect them energetically. And they're wild animals. There's nothing I can do about it. And they're actually pretty smart. So, and also, this is a temporary reality. If something wants to leave the human world, the physical world, then they're going to find a way to do that. So you're going to have to literally stop worrying. You've been doing this for decades, and now it's depleted your energy, which is one of the ways that we then have health issues.
Right. I am trying to retrain my negative thought forms quite unsuccessfully. I guess some what if questions. What if everything is going wonderfully for me? Was one I was working with.
I like that one, but your mind is going wonderfully. So I want you to keep it a little bit more general. And don't even say for me. Here's what I want you to do. What if everything's okay? What if I'm on the right track? What if everything is working out? Just keep it kind of general. What if my body is healing? I just want you to keep it general. That last one wasn't as general, but healing can mean a million different things. So what if my body is healing? What if I'm on the right track? What if everything is working out? And here's the asterisk when it comes to what if questions. After you repeat them silently or out loud, you're not allowed to think about what it means. You're not allowed to process or analyze the question. You're just supposed to let go. It's a tool to calibrate your subatomic particles to vibrate to the solution. But if you're thinking about the solution, you're actually slowing down the process significantly.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you so much.
And I want you to focus on things. You're very visual. Start to look at things in your surroundings that make you happy. And really focus on them until you feel your joy coming back. And then focus on something else. This is not going to be hard. You're already lifting your energy. So this is not going to be challenging.
Okay.
Okay?
Good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. Thanks for joining us. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show. Okay, since we have a minute between callers, I'll show you real fast.
The car.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. It's so cute. And you could fit the whole family in here.
I know, right?
I love it.
Right?
Oh, it's adorable. It's going to look so pretty when it's done.
So
you have to show it to the audience.
I have the opportunity, so we'll do
okay.
it.
He's a proud owner of his new, what do we call that?
It's a Mercedes
your new
it's
hobby.
A Mercedes 190. Oh, that too.
Yeah, it's your new hobby
Flipping
for
cars.
sure. Flip that card.
I don't know. I don't have enough room to really do it. I'd like to have big shop.
Oh, that would be great.
My dad had a shop, so I guess I kind of fall in his fault.
I think it's lovely. I love that you can do those kinds of things. I mean, you've put cabinets in your house and tile and.
Ooh, not tile yet. Oh, bathrooms, yes.
You did.
Not kitchen. Waiting on that.
Oh.
That's expensive.
Oh, actually, is this? I was making notes. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
That's what I printed up last week.
Yeah, that's great. I love
She's holding the paper that
I'm
I
actually
printed up
holding
from
the
Craigslist
paper
last
I always
week.
draw everyone's
the same
energy on recycled paper.
That's funny. You had it in front of you the whole
Yeah,
time.
the
I
whole
could have just
time.
she's been drawing all over it. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're up to our last break of the hour, and I know we'll be right back with more.
Hello, this is Marie Manuchehri. Join me for You Got This Volume 2, a really fun, fast-paced 4-week course where you learn how to be comfortable in the world as it is right now for us in 2020. On this beautiful planet where there is curiosity, we are in a powerful, collective, and personally changing time. And isn't it fun when you learn new tools and techniques to really help you to expand in the consciousness that you desire and the awareness that you would love to have, and to consciously and positively change your life, your wealth, your health, your happiness. That's what it's all about with You Got This Volume 2, coming to you every Wednesday, July 8th through the 29th from 5 to 6:15 p.m. For more information, go to energyintuitive.com.
What is hope? Hope to me was just that he would get to come home. I had no idea how hard it would be once he got back.
I wish she'd stop drinking so much. She thinks it's helping, but it's not. I hope she sees that soon.
I act like I don't care if he comes to my games, but I hope he does.
I used to hope he'd find happiness again. Now I hope our marriage makes it.
I hope Grandpa will get help. He thinks it's too late, but it's not.
With everything that he's going through, I hope he sees a counselor. I just want my brother back.
I hoped he'd get help. Stop hoping things would get better on their own. He told me to stop asking. I didn't. Then one day he asked for a ride.
Hope is knowing there are other families just like yours, that the veterans they love got help and recovered. Go to maketheconnection.net and turn hope into action.
Have something important to say? Want to help improve our world? Need to promote your business uniquely and effectively? KKNW is the answer. Our staff helps broadcasters and podcasters create professional sounding audio. Bring your talent and let our experts help you craft a radio show or podcast that best delivers your message. Learn more at 1150kknw.com. That's 1150kknw.com. KKNW, talk variety that's live and local. Real people, real life, real radio. Alternative Talk 1150.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're live here in gorgeous, really hot Seattle. So, you know, one of my babies is coming home from Oklahoma. She and her husband are taking a trailer. They're going to hook it to the back of his truck and drive from Oklahoma to Seattle.
Have they started yet?
No, they don't start. Won't get
Another
here till the
month?
30th. They come later in a couple weeks.
Oh,
they're
so
coming
okay,
home.
okay.
Yeah, so we're very excited that they're going to be hanging. They're going to bring their dogs. So of course they have to stay in my house.
It's gonna be a party.
It's going to be a big party. Charles is going to be exhausted. He'll be just playing 24/7.
They'll be able to fall asleep comfortably on your new garage floor.
Oh, yay.
That's
I
cool,
like that.
right?
Yeah.
Everyone's going to hang
like
out,
it.
a little beverage in hand, right? I see where this is going. You got it
I
all
just
planned
think
out.
men like this. I don't know. I'm like, garage floor. I don't know. I'm like, backyard, hammock.
You do that too.
Yeah.
You do that too.
Okay, who do we have on the phone?
Both areas is okay.
Yeah.
877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. And we'll take John, who's calling in from Tukwila. Hey, John.
Hi.
Hi, John. How are you?
Oh, fair to middling.
Okay. What can I do for you?
Well, I don't know how to explain this. I have a little trouble with my thymus.
Okay.
Maybe you can draw out my energy and tell me about myself.
So it's interesting because the thymus gland isn't an easy area to diagnose. You know what I mean? It's kind of like this elusive gland that a lot of people don't pay attention to. So
Yeah.
how long have you had the issue?
Pardon?
How long have you had the problem?
Oh gosh, couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So were you have you been listening to the show today?
Yeah, I really haven't paid that close attention.
That's okay. I was just going to point out because our last caller, I was talking to her about her heart chakra and about her leaking energy, and the thymus gland is right there in the center of the chest, and you have a substantial leak in the fourth chakra. You also have a leak in your root chakra as well. How was your, I mean, I already know the answer, but how was your childhood?
Wasn't all that great.
Yep. Have you had any therapy?
I had 3 years back in 78, 79.
Okay, it's a little while ago. How about some somatic therapy? Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
Yeah, I think that would be a fun thing for you to look at is some somatic therapy or some energy work with someone who also understands the mental and emotional aspect. I think you need a practitioner to do some work on you because I don't think this is going to be that difficult to actually release or heal. But, you know, you don't spend a lot of time working on your inner issues. Would you agree?
No.
Yeah. So I think you would need some help to have someone help you with that. I'm going to send some beautiful energy to that whole area today. And then do you have friends who work with practitioners or do you have friends that do that who might be able to help you find someone?
No.
Okay. And where do you live again?
Tukwila.
Tukwila. Okay. So what I'll do, if you stay on the line, Courtney will get your contact information if you want to share it with us. And then I know a couple people close to that area that I think would be good if you want to.
I do.
Okay, great. And then we'll give you their contact information and you can move forward regarding that. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. And have a beautiful day.
You too.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, John, for joining on the show. And hang on real fast. Don't want to lose you.
Yeah.
Right. All right, we'll move on to our next caller. We have now Tracy calling in from Seattle. Hi, Tracy.
Hi there.
Hi, Tracy. How are you?
I'm good, Marie. I met you when I took one of your classes a few years back.
Oh, thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. I'm not sure when we're going to be having in-person classes, you know.
I know. I
right?
missed that.
Right. I know. Me too. Although I must admit, I do like teaching in my yoga pants with my slippers on.
Me too.
Sitting in my living room. You know, there is some lovely aspect to that for sure. So what can I do for you?
There are, for sure.
What can I do for you?
Well, recently I had some lab work done, and a number of markers came back suggesting an autoimmune disease. So my doctor since referred me to a rheumatologist, and I've tried really hard over the last several years to really work on my energy, to raise my vibration. And I feel like I've done a really good job at getting a lot of the negativity, the people who weren't helping me, to move them along out of my life.
Right.
So I'm wondering where to go from here and what you see on an energetic level for me.
Well, first of all, your energy actually looks the best I think I've drawn today.
Good.
So that's really good. I think the part that's missing, because remember the third chakra governs the immune system, and every single one of the chakras has an emotional component. So, and the emotion is actually more important than even the fact that it governs certain organs. And the emotion for the third chakra is self-love. So you've done this stuff where you have, gotten rid of people that aren't in your best interest. All these lovely things. These are great. But how much time do you spend saying to yourself, Tracy, I love you. You are amazing. I'm so proud of you. You're incredible. How much time do you spend doing that every day?
I've honestly started doing that a little. I'm trying to work on it.
Good.
Not enough, probably.
Yeah, I would love for you to do that. And then do you take any herbs for your adrenal glands?
I haven't, no.
That would be another thing to consider. Is your physician a naturopath, or do you have a naturopath?
I do have a naturopath.
Great.
Yes.
So I think it would be great to start taking herbs for the adrenals, because the adrenals are the powerhouse for the rest of your endocrine system. I think that would be lovely. So keep trying the I love you, baby, because self-love is a feeling. It's not just a thought. It's an actual feeling, like when you love a child or a pet or, like I love the Northwest. I think it's one of the most stunning places in the world. I love it. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. Oh, agree.
It's just, and now that not as many people are on the roads, everything's greener and clearer and even more beautiful. The birds are happier. It's like
it is. I've noticed that.
Right. So as much as you love the Northwest, that's the feeling I want you to have for yourself. You need to find something that you really love and start gauging how your self-love matches. And your goal is to get to a place where you can feel that sincere feeling towards yourself as you do this other object or person.
Okay.
All right? That's your homework. And,
okay.
And I just don't want you, unless you absolutely have to, because I love all forms of medicine. I love science, but I just don't want you to take the drugs that sometimes they recommend that you take, for when there's autoimmune stuff. If you have to down the road, maybe, but let's avoid those because those reduce the immune system even further.
Right. I've done a little reading on those, and they do make me nervous. So.
Right. And for now, even though your labs are a little iffy, because that's how I feel like they're iffy. They're not super obvious. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's work on this, self-love thing so that your labs look beautiful.
Okay.
Okay.
I will do it. Thank you, Marie.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Yeah. Thanks very much for joining us. 877-825-8828. About 5 minutes left in the show, so get in.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
We have open lines, too.
Okay, great. Well, we can just continue talking about...
I'd love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
So there's this very interesting old school technique that helps people move into their subconscious mind. And literally what you do, this is the self-hypnosis that I've been sharing with others and also using on myself, is that with your eyes open and keeping your head steady, you literally roll your eyeballs up and back as if you're trying to look into your eyebrows. And then, someone like myself then puts you into this lovely meditation. So you don't have to keep your eyeballs up all the time while you're doing it, but for several breaths as you're moving into this altered kind of state where your subconscious is more pliable to positive and beautiful suggestion. Most people create their belief system, so things that they believe in today, before they turn the age of 5. So even before they're verbal. Isn't that interesting?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I've been learning so much about hypnotherapy and reading books on medical hypnotherapy because a lot of hypnotherapists that work in medicine do it to help reduce pain for people or help them heal their body or move through procedures that are challenging or difficult. And so what that means, literally, you, as a child, before you ever fell in love, had your first job, went to school, had your first paycheck, you've already created beliefs based on what other people were experiencing. Maybe they spoke in a certain way in front of you. Maybe they spoke directly towards you in a certain way as a child, or you witnessed something that allowed you to formulate a belief that has absolutely nothing to do with who you are or what you are personally creating in your own life. So that's another reason why we want to work on the subconscious, because the beliefs have nothing to do with who we are. And that's why their subconscious beliefs are a little challenging to, dilute or move away, because again, they weren't created from the events that you would think they were created from. The beliefs were already in your head based on things that you heard or saw about other people or things that other people said to you that somehow you thought are true all these years. So that's why I love doing self-hypnosis techniques. I think they're powerful. So if you meditate, try, if it feels comfortable to you, rolling up your eyeballs as if you're trying to look into your eyebrows for just a couple minutes in the beginning of your meditation. I think it could be very effective, very effective. Or if you're trying to have more of a multisensory experience in the world, go ahead and do that as well before you start to talk to your loved ones or speak to the universe or ask an intuitive question, just to get you out of the logical aspect of your brain and move into the multi-sensory aspect of your whole being. I think this would be very effective.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
And you have a little bit of time to get into those classes. And workshops, right? Got to do it now.
Right. Yeah, they're so fun.
Now.
Oh my gosh. I'm just delighted. Because I wouldn't say that doing classes online was my first, I can't wait to do that. I'm so grateful I've been doing online sessions with clients around the world for years because it really prepped me for this time where now I do all my sessions online and that the only option I have in terms of teaching is online. So I'm really grateful that I've had clients who wanted to see me who don't live in the Seattle area because it's allowed me to, perfect those skill sets of reading someone's energy, not just when they're with you, but of course away from you, like the radio show has trained me so beautifully.
You've been in the game for a minute.
For a minute or two.
Good.
It's been really, really fun.
That's a good thing.
Really, really fun.
Well, we're at the end of the show.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. And we look forward to listening to all of you next week.
Yeah.
Wear your mask, wash your hands, 6 feet away.
Don't touch your face.
Don't touch your face. Benny's absolutely right. And have positive thoughts and feelings for the entire planet so that come November, we have a totally different group of people helping us make wise, scientific decisions that are healthy for the world. Joyful blessings. Bye-bye.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily